spacious as cogs. Stettin 2, this is nice, just all these boats. And boats are what you need to make the loads of money. And my favorite money is the loads of money. I still need 3 more counting houses until I have one of my objectives fulfilled here. Pepsi Man is one thing, but I have other goodies here. Betty Blue. Wait, Betty Blue is almost dead. Well, I'll still get you over to Aalborg and deal with you later. Revel, oddly enough. I have nobody there, so you get there. And then I can grab my Hulk. And my other goodie bags, and away we go. It's very... I have at least 13 boats. It's actually many more than that. Stockholm, last one, and it's a Hulk. And it's called Spej as well, just like this Stockholmer that I know. Haarlem we know about, Aalborg is a thing, and then their place is under siege. Thorn we can't get to, everything else is fine. Well, I mean, all these cancelled routes are not that fine, but it's just due to the lack of goods, which is fine. I can just reactivate them and they'll get to work. How are the new towns going? Great. Navstead is at 3,000, so I mean, it's already better than Lubeck. Boston is at 1,000, Scarborough is at 2,000. Scarborough is fine, they'll just chavawa. Really what I want to do is I want to turbo boost all these new towns up to 10,000. Actually, I want to boost all towns to 10,000. And that is where Haarlem comes in handy, because I can do just that. And if I'm not mistaken, in Haarlem I already put up some infirmaries. Honestly, I could put up a few more, because the current amount is not enough. One of these is good for 3,000 people. Let's just time-proof our place. Alright, so what else was I looking to do? I'll get everyone over here and then I'll start dealing with Navsved. Speaking of Navsved, tax rate is outrageous. Alright, I'm just keeping it 4% for these guys. It's not like... Oh, right, wait, I never made it into a Hanseatic city. Does it need to be? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Not my problem, basically. So all those boats that I told to go to Aalborg will now go to Aalborg. And all that money that we get for dealing with our placey place is fine. And there we go, all is well. I'm a pretty nice guy in the Hanseatic League. In fact, I am hugely popular. I could run for office, but I won't, because being in office is garbage. Better to be in opposition, all the fun of complaining with no real power, influence, or authority. Jake, why not 90k? No city in this game can reach a population of 90k. And if you find one that can, well done you. Now there is a slight possibility that you could get Ripon, or Erfurt, or Warsaw, Gothenburg, Hamburg, or Visby up to 90,000. Good luck with that. It would involve using the bug that lets you build outside of the area. Maybe we should try for that. Would be interesting. Okay, how is everything? Yeah, as long as housing occupancy is nice and low in these places, then I'm happy. No, I did finish my wall here. Good. That means we continue production. It's so important to have a wall and good production plants within the wall, because that means they will continue to produce even though the place is under siege. I mean, look at these guys. They're about to just come on in and burn my places to the ground. Which is unfortunate for me, but it is what it is. My mead does not work at all. The smelters do their own thing. And the hemp farms. Hemp is what I need a lot of right now. So yeah, I need people over at Nashved, and ships to actually get some work done. So I'm going to take these guys and just offload them. The game doesn't scale up very well when you have a metric bollock ton of ships like I do. I mean, I would like it if this stretched out and I could actually view more ships at once. Or actually see how many I have waiting in port, but no, it doesn't work like that. Herr der See, what could that even mean? I definitely have more. So anybody here that doesn't have a name with a convention, I gotta dump them, like you. Betty Blue. Betty, nope. We'll get there. Oh, I better keep that in mind that the DDR blind has made its way in. Alright, Spedge is the last one, I'm sure of it. Off he goes. I'm going to go to my shipyard. Wonder why they're constructing nothing. Tell them to construct stuff. Because I always need more cogs. Especially here, like this is the one place that I should be able to get anything. And I do wish they would enlarge the shipyard. Nonetheless, let's get those repairs done. Good. What else needs done? I mean, Boston seems to need some grain. The grain train just is not... Okay, actually Boston needs food, period. It has nothing. It's going to starve soon if it doesn't get any. And not filled with confidence with many of my trains. Okay, but that's why Wildcard is here. Feed those poor people. At least until regular shipments arrive. So okay, Boston is fine. They're going to need a hell of a lot of wood, but they're fine. So I'll tell the administrator to massively stockpile wood. And eventually I'll set up something so that salt is actually sent back, otherwise this is fine. And the wildcard Thagnus can return to Alberg, because I don't think there's anything else that particularly needs grabbed. Good. Still, where to go? Couldn't sleep, Jake? No, heavens no. I could sleep easy. Hell, I could go to sleep right now. But I need 3 more counting houses. I've needed them since I started this whole affair. Now, Alberg, where was I thinking with you? Right, we still have to think about the hemp mission. And that's where People Mover comes in. Where is People Mover? Probably here. Right, there's People Mover, and here are smokehouses, and there go our smokehouse people. People Mover goes to the tavern. People Mover abducts a horrific number of people, and he ships them off over to Navstead to work the hemp farms, because drugs are good. What else are we doing here? There was something else. I'm sure there was something else. Nothing to do with moods, right? Is anybody happy, though, other than the King of England? Pomerania and Livonia are both happy. I could work on both of these guys. Pomerania wouldn't give us any new cities around here, I'm pretty sure. Kind of wish I had a map of where all the new cities can be, but I don't think... Could potentially be one there. Point is, I go to Rostock and I say, how can you be happier? And he says, give me money, and I say, okay. There you go, yeah. Oh, that was wrong. That was Mecklenburg. Damn. Well, forgive me for thinking that's where Pomerania was. Take some money. I'll keep him at least a little bit happy. And you're the Livonian, right? Pomeranians and Livonians are at least so-so. Take it. We need stockfish badly. Look at all these boats though, so many. A pirate is limiting siege, limiting access to Danzig. I suspect this is because we have an angry person there. No, it's actually Wig. Wigbold is the one that's causing some issues here. Sadly, nobody is telling me to take him down a notch. But I don't need to be told. Well, I mean, I can be told, here, have some free boat. Always willing to be told that. Now, if you have an angry... oh man, always more boats. Unless I can expand the... Oh, upgrade the shipyard. Wow, that's just fantastic. Take 100,000. Whilst I repair what I have. Don't think there was actually anything to pick up, was there? There was. Okay. You get to Neustadt. You dump all your people there. And rejoice, because you're going to make that journey again. I feel like I should have more people available to grab, so I'm going to pick up some more. I want fully upgraded hulks and cogs here. Hulks are better. Cogs are still acceptable. I mean, a fully upgraded cog adds 100 sailors. A fully upgraded hulk, if I can find one. If I can find one. Come on, Crayers are no good here. That'll do. Still, we're going to abduct more people from Haarlem. Haarlem pretty much always grows. Why are there so many beggars in Haarlem? Thought I put that all the way up. Okay, it was just not updated. That gave me one hell of a scare. Still, go and get those people. Is the combat AI that bad, or are you just that good that you're able to dodge all the enemy cannon shots? Okay, here's the thing, Extra Sugar. I usually say this every stream. In this game, fighting pirates is horribly tedious. It can take 5 to 15 minutes, but you can easily learn how to defeat them without taking a single scratch. Basically, you take a Crayer, or if you're feeling really gutsy, a Snicker, because they have very high speeds and very high maneuverabilities, and you will always be able to outmaneuver the enemy. Trouble is, that takes forever, but the AI only uses regular cannonball shots. So what I've done is I've modified the game files so that regular cannonball shots do 1 damage, and what is it? I use chain shots, which do about 1,000,000 damage. So I get them done in seconds instead of dozens of minutes. Say what you want about it, but I would rather enjoy the game and not spend forever fighting pirates. It is one of the most heavily criticized things about the game, and there's no way to remove pirates, so at least I can do is actually find my own way around them. Like I said, I don't feel the need to defend anything about it. That's just how I play, because this game is a whole heap of arse when it comes to pirates. And many things, frankly, but let's not be too picky with it. Still satisfied to take some more money. So I'm drowning the princes in money, hoping that they give me some nice things. sooner or later they're probably going to ask for tribute to unlock things. Hopefully it's not more cities, because I'm not in the mood for establishing more of them. I want land routes instead. There should be plenty of land routes around here. Also, I need loads of money to finally set up my my bloomin' counting houses. Now, Haarlem being short on goods is nothing new. I need hemp here and I need it badly. Take the goods. Old Slappy actually isn't going to do much with this though, so get repaired. Oh, people mover needed repairing too? Well, how about that? Still, I'm abducting all your people. I wonder if the game actually intended for you to be able to move people like this. It's kind of scary because you're abducting entire families to do this. That's probably not what they want you to do. But I'm doing it anyway. Alright, back over to Neustadt we go. Housing occupancy is looking fine, but the important thing is that we're producing tons of our hemp. And I want to see Aalborg bursting with hemp. Then the next phase of the plan goes underway. I also want Haarlem to have a lot more salt than they have. I'm just not comfortable with them only having 1,000 or so. I want you to have buckets of the stuff. So when it comes to salt, store 4K, please. And Scarborough has food. Okay, well, not really. They have grain. Boston, you also only have grain. The cheese supplies have dried up way too much. I may actually have to start Revel, maybe in my next city to work up on because it produces cheese. I'll just make it the cheese machine. Alternatively, I turn off the clay production of Riga. Still, hopefully I'll be able to get that fish everywhere because fish is so necessary. It's a food type, of course, and it's also the most painful one to make because it requires so much. Pelts are required, you say? Say no more. I'm going to tear those right down. So there we go. Neustadt is now a fairly meaty place to be. It's also still my city, and it's going to produce plenty of hemp. As well it should. Still going to send you back to Haarlem. Because the lovely thing is, Haarlem is so big that the daily increase of people is fairly high. 38's not bad even for stagnation, whereas even Aalborg can't make that many and it's at 9k. And there's a hurricane coming along to ruin our day. And Neustadt, Aalborg. Aalborg is not yet dripping in hemp. So come on, Neustadt, make more hemp. I'm counting on you. Huh. We've actually hit the cap here for people. I wonder if I went over it there. Well, might as well have you making some mead for us. Either that or make even more hemp. I'm gonna check the amount that I need. What's the population of our Hansa anyway? If we go to the guild. Abducting sailors is basically historical. Yeah, I can get that. It's the weed. Yes, it is. 1374 Atlantic-Baltic slave trade. You're ahead in the game. Thank you. So the total population is 121,000. If I take about, let's say 10k off of that for people that live up rivers, it's overshooting it really. I have about 111,000. The amount of hemp that I need for everything amounts to about 64 production plants. Now I have you, which is 36, and then I have you, which is another 31. Also count that I don't produce pelts, so I don't have to worry about that. Still, I feel like I could have more hemp. Like I said, I want to be bursting with hemp. And I got no problem with doing so. What absurd angle is that? I almost wanted to build it to see what it was. What? Utter insanity. Still, Navstead does what Navstead does. Occupancy is fine. I think occupancy is pretty fine across the board. Not in Rostock, though. I bet the AI has been building a bunch of ugly houses here in Rostock. I mean, I haven't been paying much attention to the place because it's just not getting its wool. Why is it not getting its wool? Because I thought Haarlem was producing tons of wool. Metric tons of wool. It just needs more... it needs more. So you are the Haarlem. So I need to check H for Haarlem, Aalborg. Wool. To shreds. Only 1,000. Oh, that's your problem right there. You only take 1,000 and the journey takes 7 days. They produced 202. Let's just round it up and say 2,000. So I need to double the size of this. But while I'm at it, this is exactly why we have people like the Thagnus to get this stuff running faster. So I'm going to deal with my expeditionaries first. While DDR Blind is dragging up very little here now. I feel like we're raking the Mediterranean dry. Old Slappy as well needs to get out there. Where is the Thagnus? Thought he would have been around here. Maybe I left him here. Yeah, that was him. Wildcard Thagnus. Don't think there's anything Haarlem needs, so I'm going to go and grab that. Grab that wool and bring it here. What else? I need to grab the wool one itself, wherever it is. To shreds. And then add a couple more cogs to it. 1 cog, 2 cog. Now it should be able to take care of everything. But will help the whole process along. By having that in Aalborg, Rostock should be able to sufficiently resupply. Now, Navstead, I want you to be bursting with hemp. Don't know how much clearer I can make that. Bursting. I'm also under attack again. Where? I just need about 10 million ducats so I can establish myself in Visby, Stockholm, and the other useless place. Scarce commodity. None of that's important. Wow, this is getting really expensive because I have so much wealth of my own. Still, where was that attack? I see nothing. Ah, there we go. We were attacked by who? Goki. Right, so there's a Snickers, and down you go. Jake, are you planning on doing some spooky weekly one-shot games which were considered too long for 2 hours of hell but acceptable for 3 to 4 hours in the future? I love those kinds of games. I love them too. Please show me which ones they are. Preferably by sending me a private message saying here's an RPG Maker style spooky game. Preferably if you know that they are good, but even if you don't, I'll give them a go. Because I love spooky games. I think everybody knows that I love spooky games. Al Oni and Witch's House were the best RPG Maker-esque spooky games I ever did play. They were so damn good. Okay, so I'm starting to wonder why you're actually producing so much hemp that I can't keep up now. 200, and so 2,000 every 10 days. But don't I have a hemp guy dealing with you? You would be called the Ne to Al Hemp. Oh, you only do 500, that's your problem. You're not active, that's your problem. Okay. Let's just keep that hemp flowing. So Rostock should, by all accounts, be able to get their wool now. Assuming that the wool center is also big enough. The wool center needs to be a big one because Rostock's demand for wool is going to be pretty high. You want 88 per day. So I'm going to find the wool center guy. Yeah, I'm not convinced you're big enough. You're actually in Aalborg right now, so I'm going to toughen you up with a couple of cogs. And that should keep the wool flowing in the center. Extra Sugar says they'll try to find some more good stuff. Lucas is there. I have a spooky game for you. A game that constantly takes you money and doesn't let you make any. Oh, Lucas. Is it called Real Life? Or is it called You? You were an investment, Lucas, and you're paying off already. I need to start bringing this salt back. Boston is working its way up in the world. So I just need to make a Bolton salt from Boston to Aalborg. Now how much are we making here? We're making 60 a day. We can expect that to triple within reason. Boston does not have enough houses. And I know I'm desperately trying to save up my money here, but... not desperate enough, it seems. Houses are expensive stuff in this game. Wow, I actually ran out of money. How unusual. But that should help with the housing occupancy thing here. I also just forgot what I was doing there, so let's spacebar our way to glory. And to money. Navstedt is starving. That's horrible. Why? They have grain, but they only have grain. Starvation kills the number of people. This is why I desperately need to get more types of food out there. Haarlem is our only chance. We need it to bring in all this fish. And that's why I need it to have all that... yeah, all that. Now, I had wildcard Thagnus over here. And he's going to abduct a whole heap of hemp. Yoink. Okay, not the whole shebang. I need some to move around. And Haarlem, I am not even kidding. You need to hold on to... yeah, tons of hemp. What was the other thing? Tons of salt. And I think you have both of those things. Well, you certainly got plenty of salt. That's a shame because I just brought all those people over to Haarlem. But they're not the only place that's going to starve. Look, Scarborough is starving. Grain, fish, meat, and cheese. Starvation is going to be a bigger problem throughout the Empire, because I just don't have food flowing right now. And it's not a question of actually shipping it around, it's a question of producing it. Even Aalborg is suffering with grain, so... Man, Revel could be my only shot at this, so that I can get more cheese and more